Okay, we are live. Hello, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm just going over some of the articles we're probably going to be discussing.
Padilla. Good morning,
Heavy
Nay.
P, good morning, buddy.
Patrick John Welder. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Is that October 10th? Is that what that is? I thought that was Thanksgiving was Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. November.
'83. Hello, gang. Phil. Hey, Nay. Sweet Lou. Good morning, Nay. Happy Thanksgiving
Lou.
from Canada.
Oh, Canada Thanksgiving.
Doc Hollandaisy.
Oh, I didn't know. Cool.
Good morning, Nay.
Hey, Docky.
Good to see you, buddy.
Canadian
Phil.
Thanksgiving.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy
Sean,
Thanksgiving,
aka
all my
Trent
Canadian
Yorker.
friends.
Morning, Nay.
Brap, what's up? Hey, Sean.
Brap all day. Good morning.
Well, you guys put a smile on my
Brap
face.
all day. Perfect timing. Patrick John Welder. It's Columbus Day in America, LOL.
Columbus Day is today? I didn't know that. Today's Columbus Day? It's a Monday, isn't it? I don't even know. Fuck Christopher Columbus, though. That's what I'd like to say. You know? Oh, yeah, Columbus Day all day. Indigenous Peoples Day all day. Oh, they call it Indigenous Peoples Day. It's literally on the goddamn calendar, guys. Indigenous Peoples Day. It's official. I didn't know that. As it should be. Fuck Columbus Day. Fuck Christopher Columbus. And fuck colonizers.
Yeah, kids off school.
Fuck imperialists.
Sean, aka
you know,
Trent
and
Yorker.
spreading their Christianity and their bullshit. Fuck them all. How about that? Is that a good way to start off the show?
Doc Hollandaisy. Yeah, fuck that guy Columbus.
Fucking slave owner.
Phil. Finale eyes fuck Columbus. Brap all day. Calls Columbus
started
a
a thing. Hey, we started a thing. Not me, but we. Collectively. We started a thing. Anyway, I got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Number one.
Sweet Lou.
Let's start with this.
Well said.
Oops, why did that do that? Let's start with this. Do you remember yesterday? Do you guys remember yesterday's show? Remember the title of yesterday's show?
Patrick John Welder.
About CNN?
Columbus didn't discover shit and school taught us that he did. Shame.
They were bragging.
Sean, aka
People on
Trent
Twitter
Yorker.
were celebrating. You know,
Slave
dumbasses were celebrating that they were trying to, oh, happy birthday, Mr. President. Yeah, with the Marilyn Monroe video. You guys all saw that, right? I don't have to go through any of that, do I? They were trolling Vladimir Putin. What did I say about 2 weeks ago when he was pulling his troops out? What did I say? I said, man, you don't know what the fuck he's got planned. You know, if he's pulling troops back while he's signing declarations claiming that that territory is his, he's got something up his sleeve. And I told you guys that. I said, watch what happens in the near future, right? Bro, you didn't have to wait a day for my predictions to come true, right? Hey, Billy, you don't even have to wait a day, right? You want to see? Here it is. Here's the headline on CNN.com. Here it is. Wow, look at this. I'm not celebrating the death of people. I am saying that this is what mainstream media and imperialism bring upon themselves. You know, and you want to sit there and you want to troll fucking Vladimir Putin on Twitter. You want to make fun of him? You don't think he's paying attention? You know, there's dead people now because of your fucking smart ass. And this is just the beginning. You think this is just a one-day deal? Dude, he was reconsolidating. I used that exact word in my live stream a few days ago. I said he's reconsolidating. This is what Bitcoin does before it makes a shoot upwards, right? It backs off a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it's got its power back, right? He's pulling his troops out. He's refreshing them. He's getting new people. He's training. He's bringing them out of danger so he can get them somewhere else. You know where he is now? Kyiv. Yeah, the capital, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't touch Kyiv. You can't touch Kyiv. Guess what? Guess what? Oh, the missiles are flying everywhere. So, like I said, I'm not celebrating war. And I'm not celebrating these people's deaths. All I'm saying is, ha, 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 mainstream media and all you motherfucking blue and yellow flag wavers out there. I fucking told you this was exactly what was happening. And you guys wanted to ignore what the reality of the situation was because one bridge got a bomb truck on it and 5 people died. Oh, the whole war's turning around. Ukraine's winning. Yeah, let's go spend billions of dollars more to this war. Hey, man, it only took 24 hours for a response. And this is it. This is the response. So, happy birthday, Mr. President. Yeah, this was his response. Keep trolling him. He's paying attention, obviously, and he's responding to your fucking stupid troll bullshit. And you guys think this is a fucking joke? It's a war. And we're in it. And at some point, you're going to have to wake up and realize, you are poking the bear. You're literally poking the bear. Do you understand what a bear is? That's Putin. You're poking him with a stick like that's going to help. That's all you got is a fucking stick. You're not going to nuke him.
Cruise missiles raining down.
You got nothing on him.
Ukraine.
Oh, Russia doesn't have any technology. They don't have the people. Oh, they only have 180,000 soldiers. They can't do it. They can't do anything. I mean, what was that whole buildup of weapons in the 80s? You guys remember that shit? With Ronald Reagan and fucking Gorbachev? Do you guys remember that? Where do you think all those weapons went? Where are all those missiles at? They don't care if the missile was built in 1965 or 2010. They don't give a fuck. It's going to kill people. So when you fire one and you get a dud every now and again. It doesn't look like these were duds. It's hard to listen to. I know it's hard to listen to, isn't it? We'll move on. We'll move on.
They got nothing and Putin ain't scared.
He's not scared. And I don't know, when I listen to pundits in America speaking like they're all high and mighty and, oh, Putin is evil and he's bringing this on himself and Russians can't stand him anymore and blah, blah, blah. And then on my show, I'm like, well, let's see how the polling is on Putin. 80% of Russians still supported him 1 month ago. I don't know where that is today, but 30 days ago, 80% was higher than any approval rating here in the United States for any politician. They support him and they love him. Most of them do. You can look at the 100,000 that have left that won't fight in the war, but you can't deny the 80% that are supporting him.
Intercontinental nuke equal to a Tsar bomber.
Oh, we were wondering where that submarine went. They said it disappeared. It was in one of the poles. They had put it in the Arctic or Antarctic or wherever, and they were tracking it. And then one day they were like, that sub has disappeared. Nobody knows where it is. I'm like, it's gone down, it's gone down to the depths and it's traveling. You can't track them down there, can you?
Phil, I heard that, Billy.
So, that's not even my biggest concern right now. My biggest concern right now is that he's literally just going to start shelling Kyiv.
Billy Ballantyne.
He's in the capital.
Your signal is in and out.
My signal is in and out. I'm not dropping any frames. Anybody else have a problem? Anybody else having a problem with my podcast? Maybe Billy's got an issue over there. Anybody else? Good signal.
Phil.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Good signal here.
Good. Okay, let me know.
Patrick John Welder. No, it's perfect.
Oh, good. Okay.
Heavy Padilla.
Billy, it might be on your end.
No. Sean, a.k.a. Trendyolka. The Poseidon is Putin's doomsday missile.
Docky, thank you. Brad, thank you. Sean, thank you. David, thank you, guys.
All good on my end.
I love when you guys talk to me.
No problem.
Okay, it's me. Sorry. It's okay.
Sean, a.k.a.
It's not you, it's me. Oh, who are you?
No.
George Costanza. George Costanza. It's not you, it's me, Billy.
No.
I know what you're trying to say.
Billy Valentine.
I know what you're trying to say to me. I get you. I get your sentiment, George Costanza.
SRY.
Okay, it's me. Sorry. Love it. So anyway, I don't want to.
Fuzzy logic.
Hey, Fuzzy.
Good here.
I don't want to revel in war and death and shit like that. I'm just going to go like this and say, ha, 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 I fucking told you so. This was going to happen. And I'm just some stupid old man that can see all this shit for exactly what it is. I'm not some, some war, war expert, some political genius.
Joel Froggy.
But the problem is hello, CNN, they have all of these pundits and all of these professionals that are college educated and they study Russia and they study Putin and all this. They have them on, they come in and they just lie to you and then they just spout the narrative. What good was all your education? You don't even pay attention to what's going on over there. Hey, man, I can turn on the news myself and I can read what's going on over there better than these motherfuckers claim to at CNN. Yesterday, CNN, oh, Putin is in a bad way. He's really losing this war, isn't he? They blew up that bridge. Oh, my God, Putin is running scared now. They blew up that one bridge. That's fixed already. They already fixed the fucking bridge. The trains are running, the cars are driving across it, the bridge is fixed the next day. Then now you got to fucking deal with now the fact that you poked the fucking bear and you decided to make a big fucking joke about it on Twitter and troll him. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm going to troll you with my fucking bombs and my missiles. How about that? It's like when you get trolled on the internet and you're like, oh, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. I hope you die or blah, 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 or whatever like that. And they're like, yeah, well, I'm going to report you. And then the next thing, you got to log into your account and your shit's shut down. This account has been suspended. Oh, well, it looks like they brought the goddamn pain. Who were you fucking fighting up against? You thought you were all badass with your little fucking sentence. They're like, dude, I'm just going to fucking get you. I'm going to turn you in.
Sync trolls.
You got to know who the troll is that you're trying to troll. You got to know if the troll is more of a troll than you are, if he's got more power than you. People come in here and try to troll me and make a big joke about it, and then I just block them, and then they realize I was the more powerful troll. I had more power. This is what's happening with the United States and Putin. They're trolling him, and you should see all these cunts on Twitter that are trolling him.
Fixed already.
They're trying to fucking shame him,
off the tracks.
And he doesn't take kindly to that shit. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to kill some folks now. They were real quiet for the last 2 weeks, weren't they? They were on the run. They were cutting and running. Oh, Russia's cutting and running. Turn on the news. Turn on any news. Turn on all news programs and watch and see the destruction that they have to cover now. They were trying to cover themselves up, but now they have to cover the death that's going on over there. Because they lied to you. They lied you into this war, and they're going to lie as long as they can to keep you in this war so that money keeps going in. So BlackRock will keep advertising on CNN. So Raytheon and Northrop Grumman and all of them will keep advertising on Fox News and MSNBC and ABC News and NBC News and all of them. That's why. It's a big business, man. They're all in business together. And as long as we just sit here quietly and let them do it, they're going to keep doing it. And you got to get those fucking blue and yellow flags out of your profiles. You got to stop fucking promoting this war because your support for Ukraine is not support for Ukraine. Ukraine's already destroyed, man. I don't know if you've turned on the news lately. It's fucking gone. They've destroyed that country. So stop supporting something that's not there. All this is supporting is an ongoing war that's never going to end. So stop waving your stupid blue and yellow flags around and showing support for idiots that literally brought this on themselves. They brought it on themselves. They could have chosen to get along with Putin, but they decided to kill Russians. And this is where that gets you. I know it's hard to listen to, man. I know this conversation's hard. It's tough love, and you guys need to hear it. Because you know what's going to happen. All you little blue and yellow flag wavers, eventually, you're going to find out that you were wrong. You're going to find out that you've been on the side of evil all along. It's just like any other story that's ever been told that's around American imperialism. They've been lying to you. Making you, winning you over. Oh, yeah, Team America. Oh, Captain America. Oh, yeah. Oh, war. Yeah, war's great. Yeah. And then come to find out, no, you're the monster. You're the problem. It's your support for these leaders that we allow them to go do our bidding. Oh, someone said on Twitter the other day, they said, what is the quality that you look for in a leader? I said, not to lead, but to represent. I'm not looking for a leader. I'm looking for a representative. Because there's more voices out there making sense than not still. And we need to take advantage of that while we can, because that's going away, man. All the voices of reason are getting swallowed up from people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Donald Trump and, Joe Biden, and Nancy Pelosi and all these politicians. They're taking all the oxygen out of the conversation and they're replacing it with divisiveness. So we all fight each other. We all hate each other. I was hoping on Twitter I would be able to make friends on both sides, on all sides, and try to bring people together. But I just feel that it's like sand in my hands and it's just slipping. I think I have it. And then the sand, Joe, shut the fuck up, shitlib. He just said on Twitter this morning, I'm going to go to Rumble. And I'm like, well, then we're losing this battle. Because more people like Joe and people like Jimmy Dore are turning to the right wing, man, for support. And they don't see themselves for what they are. And once you go to Rumble, man, and you realize as soon as you go to Rumble and an advertisement pops up for Patriot meals that keep you alive when the whole goddamn thing collapses, all the patriotisms and patriots and flags and America and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm not going to Rumble. I want to watch you on Rumble. I don't want to see a fucking advertisement on Rumble. I'm not interested in right-wingers giving me my news. And that is a right-wing sponsored platform. I just refuse to fucking go there. And it's sad because I'm guilty as well. Because I won't go over there and deal with right-wingers. I can't bring us together and the sand just keeps falling through my fingers, man. But I refuse to fucking be friends with people that still support Donald Trump, man. I can't handle that shit. If you can't call Donald Trump out equally the way you call out Joe Biden, we're going to have a problem, man. It's so hard to get people on this page. It's like, shut the fuck up, shitlib. I would love to get him on this page. Dude, you got to hate Trump just as much as you hate Biden. And if you don't, we got a problem. Now you get to be called a right-winger because you're supporting the fucking Republicans. I'm not going to support anybody. And I am voting Democrat with a really bad taste in my mouth because it's about principle and people's rights. And I know my vote's not going to do anything. And I know that I probably throw my reputation out the window for some of my audience that were proud of me for not voting for so long. But at the same time, man, I'm not going to have Ron DeSantis sitting here unanswered to by my non-vote, sitting here taking rights away from black people and taking their right away to vote. Taking the voices away from LGBTQ kids in schools. And it goes on and on and on. It's a long list. So, yeah, I'm going to vote this time. I'm totally voting against Ron DeSantis. I'm totally voting against Marco Rubio. What's that? Oh, yeah. Anything you want. Help yourself. Mm-hmm.
Logic. They're both a problem.
They're both a problem. So until we realize that, and we all keep playing sides, and I'm not playing sides by voting against DeSantis. I want you guys to know that. He's evil. Marco Rubio is evil. Okay, these are two evil guys. They don't like you. They're in it for themselves. They got you convinced that they care about your kids, that they care about, immigration. They care about America. They got you convinced, but you got it all wrong. And all of you American flag waving patriots out there, you're part of the problem too. We're not going to get into that right now, but I just want to point that out to you.
Does DeSantis have a shot against Trump in the primaries?
Oh yeah. DeSantis could wipe Trump out. DeSantis could wipe. It just takes one slip up from Trump. DeSantis doesn't fuck up that much.
They care about their pockets.
This thing that he did where he sent these immigrants up to Martha's Vineyard, that was a huge miscalculation on his part. And it's the first real bad miscalculation he's done. I mean, dude, gerrymandering black people out of their voting rights wasn't even bad for him in Florida because people don't like black people here, man. They don't. They're a bunch of racist cunts in this state. So they support him on that. But, you start shipping people with our money illegally. You start human trafficking with our money. That's going to raise some fucking hairs up on the backs of some Republicans next, and it has. So he did a huge miscalculation. He thought if he showed an exorbitant amount of hate towards immigrants, he'd get even more base support, and it worked against him.
Is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
You know what he forgot? He forgot that a lot of his base is Hispanic. And I know you're thinking, wait, man, Why would Hispanics be voting Republican? Hey, man, they're Floridian Hispanics. It's a different world down here, guys. And until you've come down here and seen it for yourselves, you just wouldn't understand. You're just not going to get it unless you're exposed to it. But I'm here to tell you, I promise you, the Hispanic support for this man is insane. And when he took those people and he shipped them around like packages, he really hurt his base. So this is a good thing, working against him, but they need to keep that in the press. They need to keep talking about it. They need to keep it up front. And hopefully this case is going to progress and there will be charges filed against him for human trafficking. And if that happens, oh boy, I don't know how an accused human trafficker can legally run for president of the United States or governor of the state of Florida again if he's being accused of human trafficking. They need to charge him with it, and they should do it right now. Whoever the state attorney is, he's probably got them bought off. He probably installed them. And this is another thing I want to cover today. This judge that's helping Donald Trump, who do you think appointed the judge? It was Donald Trump. Now, in this country, America, how the fuck can we have a court case where the judge is judging the person that installed them? How do we allow that in America? It sounds like something you'd hear in, communist China, communist North Korea or something, right? No. Here, a leader can literally put a judge in place that's going to be judging them criminally down the road. Wow. Here's a job for you. Now, just remember who gave you your job. How do you guys feel about that in the chat? How do you guys feel about this in the chat? Donald Trump's judge was appointed by Donald Trump. She has her job because Donald Trump gave it to her to judge him. How do you guys feel about that? Does that seem American to you? Isn't there a law that doesn't allow for that? Isn't the judge supposed to recuse herself? Oh, but I thought once women got into positions of power, we weren't going to have problems like this anymore because women don't cheat and lie, steal, and fucking rip people off. And, did I say lie?
I think it's all bullshit, man.
Oh, she's going to be a woman judge. Oh, that's going to fix everything. We just need Hillary Clinton to be president. We just need a woman to be president. That's going to fix everything because a woman never did anything bad ever. Conflict of interest? Thank you. You think it's all bullshit. Thank you. Phil says DeSantis is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Man, DeSantis is a wolf in, an ex-military man's best dress. That's DeSantis because he's ex-military. He's got that, to dangle over Republicans. They love that shit.
Logic. In trying to GIT Jesse Ventura on as our next president.
Yeah, that's foolish. He's an idiot. Jesse Ventura is a fucking idiot. So, don't be, your name, Fuzzy Logic, is perfect for you. Because your logic's pretty fuzzy if you think that Jesse Ventura would make a good president of the United States. And so you might as well just put Donald Trump back in, Jesse, I know it was a controlled explosion. I saw that controlled demolition. I'm a demolition expert from the military. I saw that was a controlled demolition. Okay, fucking Jesse, you fucking psycho. You fucking liar. I'm going to look you right in the eye and give you some bullshit. I'd like to sit down with Jesse for 5 minutes and just go over that with him really quick. You know what I would say? When has it ever happened before, Jesse? When has a jetliner full of fuel ever landed inside the fucking, the 80th floor, the 110th floor of a goddamn skyscraper before? Huh? Full of jet fuel. Show me that. Because I'll show you 2 instances, and they both did the same fucking thing. In fact, building number 7 fell too because there was so much heat energy coming off of those other 2 fucking buildings. So, don't give me any fucking that bullshit Jesse Ventura shit. God, he's such an idiot. Based on that one thing alone. And dude, that's all I need. If you're wrong on one thing and it's a big thing and it's a bad thing and it would involve, the criminal prosecution of innocent people, you should not be president of the United States. How's that for clearing the fuzziness up for you, Fuzzy Logic?
Such a great show going, brother. Really enjoying it.
Thank you, Doc. I still want to know, how you guys feel. I want to hear from more of you how you feel about Donald Trump being able to appoint his own judge that's judging him in a criminal case. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, so the judge didn't recuse himself, and of course Donald Trump, who used to be president of the United States, he doesn't have that sense of fairness to say, well, I appointed this person, they shouldn't be judging me. Oh no, he loves this. You know, it's like if you can cheat and get away with it, he's a businessman. That's what businessmen do. If I could cheat you and steal from you and get away with it, then I'm going to cheat you, steal from you, and get away with it. Hey, every businessman I've ever met is like that. They disgust me. You wonder why I never got into it. I have a problem with lying to people, man. I have a big problem with that. And that's business. Business is lying to people. Hey, you see this car? It's going to be everything you ever wanted out of a car. Let me tell you something. We got the satellite TV. We got the GPS tracking on this bad boy. We got the anti-theft system. We're even going to give you a clear code on this bad boy if you buy it right now. The fox is guarding the hen house. Right? That shit doesn't sound fair. It doesn't sound fair, does it? Well, I'm glad you guys are paying attention. Good. Let's go over a couple of other stories here. I want to hear this. I have to apologize because I don't like either of these people. But I really want to hear what's being said in this video clip, so just bear with me, guys. If Dude, why can't I turn the volume up?
All the trends and the new looks football.
Dude, there's no volume. There's no mute now on a fucking advertisement. You can't mute it. They just run it, and you're supposed to fucking sit there and listen to it. Wow, what a bunch of cunts. Fucking cunts. Let me see if I can get past the stupid commercial. They're running it again, but there's no sound. And there's no, when you put your mouse over it, there's no mute button anymore. It's mandatory advertisements now. All of a sudden, today, this just happened today. And the ad is still running. Jesus fucking cunt. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, here we go. Now the volume pops on.
Attorney, you've said that words
now I can see all the controls.
Choose them carefully.
Wow.
They're important. You've used the words rigged and stolen about the 2018 gubernatorial election. You said it was proper because you can back it up. But a federal judge has now said the voter protocols that you challenged in Georgia, by his estimation, didn't violate the Constitution or the Voting Rights Act. New York Times adds this. The judge, who was nominated by President Barack Obama, added that verified action did not provide direct evidence of a voter who was unable to vote, experienced longer wait times, was confused about voter registration status. Do you take issue with Judge Jones' findings in this case?
I take issue with the characterization that you've read. What the judge said in a 288-page decision was that repeatedly, under the Gringle standard, Georgia violated Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Under the Baaahahahha standard, which existed as of 2021, Gringles existed in 2020, and when we filed the lawsuit, Baaahahahha was the weakening of the Voting Rights Act that happened out of Arizona in 2021. And under the new standard, he did not have the authority to find that we proved our case under violations of Section 2. But he said that it was a racially discriminatory system. He spent copious amounts of time explaining how Brian Kemp oversaw a racist system that disproportionately affected brown voters. He said that while he was deeply concerned about what happened, he could not, under the Baaahahahha categorization, actually hold him accountable. That is very different than saying nothing happened. And what we were able to prove...
It's got the stick on vents, 4 on the floor, 4 door, 4 barrel, 4-wheel drive V4. I gotta get for 50 and you'll drive it away. Free, as is warranty included.
It took 4 months, what was the longest trial on a voting rights case in Georgia in decades. What the court said is that he was not able to find...
Doc Holland Daisy. I want to make clips, but my wife and I are enjoying the show so much.
For the Voting Rights Act to be
You really make us think nay more.
It's also why
well, you can always go back after show's over and make as many clips as you guys want. You guys know that, right? You don't have to clip from a live show. You can clip all of my pre-recorded stuff, which I wish you guys would consider doing. Please. If you're ever going back and watching an old show and you see something that really strikes you, grab it and tweet it out there. Tweet it at Truth of Your News.
I'm running for governor. We need a governor who actually cannot be credibly accused of having overseen a racist system. And Brian Kemp, according to Judge Jones, oversaw and helped architect a racist voter suppression system in the state of Georgia.
Well, I've read the opinion as well, and I would...
Okay, I'm going to just interject right here and say, but what Shannon said, Stacey, was that you provided no proof of any of these accusations.
Don't call him Daisy.
None.
I will do that, brother.
Okay, thanks. You provided no proof, no evidence. So let's see what Shannon Bream says here.
Say the characterization is a bit different, but he does ultimately, Judge Jones, say no violation of Voting Rights Act. And you mentioned there are different standards in case law that's evolved through the Supreme Court on that front. Yes. But the direct quote from his ruling says no evidence that a voter could
Mr. Blue 313 sex
was confused about voter registration status.
Hey,
and I know the issue here for you is voter suppression. So let's look at the numbers in Georgia. The last gubernatorial primary versus now, there's a net increase of 763,380 voters. That sounds like the opposite of voter suppression.
Voter suppression is not about turnout. It's about the barriers and obstacles to access. And that's one of the other conflations that I think is very important that we distinguish.
Okay.
Voter suppression exists when there's difficulty registering, staying on the rolls, being able to cast a ballot and having that ballot counted. And in the state of Georgia, we adequately proved, and more voters have experienced difficulties with doing so. In 2018, Brian Kemp, according to federal law, he violated.
She just says she adequately proved, and the judge says you've offered no evidence of anything that you've stated. So when she says adequately proved, what's the proof, Stacey? What's the fucking proof? You know?
The rights of 53,000 Georgians. There was a federal court that 2 years before it found him in violation with more than 30,000 voters, holding those registrations hostage. And what happened in the intervening years from 2019 to 2022, because of our lawsuit, we got 22,000 voters restored to the rolls. We got 2,000.
Not as adequate as the gap between her teeth.
She does have a large gap between her teeth. You know, if you're going to go into public speaking, you should have something like that fixed. I believe it was Oprah Winfrey who told her not to fix her teeth, so she'd have that like as a little trademark or something. Horrible fucking advice.
Citizens put out, we got them restored and actually got them the ability to vote in the state of Georgia.
Because she does have that, you know, when I had Bell's palsy and I get that Sylvester, she's got that thing going on too. You can hear it. And it's a little aggravating, you know.
Able to challenge a number of issues, and we saw legislative changes made in response to our lawsuit. Voter suppression is not about how many people
Big Mac 83.
It's about whether or not there are obstacles
just like Michael Strahan
to voting that are created by the very state that should be guaranteeing their access. And so, yes, I am always going to be concerned about access to the right to vote, especially when we have a governor who signed a bill that makes it even more difficult. We are hearing stories about disabled people who are having...
You know, she's got all these anecdotes. And Shannon's like, but you didn't prove it to the court.
Fuzzy logic. As far as my name goes, my name expansions what the internet is like.
Explains what the internet's like, fuzzy logic? Yeah. I got you, Fuzzy. I know. I was just picking on you a little bit for the whole Jesse Ventura thing. She makes a lot of statements about a lot of people and she hears this and she hears that. Why wasn't she able to produce any of this evidence in court? You know, she talks a lot. Where's the evidence at?
Time navigating the new absentee ballot.
We're already 4 minutes into this interview and she hasn't really provided anything.
Receive their absentee ballots automatically, but are no longer able to receive them. We know that these are barriers to voting, and in the United States of America, in the state of Georgia, barriers to voting should never be considered.
Jesse Ventura ain't got time to bleed for this country.
Access for eligible citizens, and that's the fight that I will continue to fight.
I don't even understand what that statement is supposed to mean, Big Merc, but Jesse Ventura is a fucking moron. So, you know, you're just saying that, you know, it's not worth his time or whatever. Dude, don't try that shit with me, bro. Jesse Ventura is a fucking idiot, and he shouldn't be leading anybody anywhere. please, just stop with the whole Jesse Ventura shit, okay, guys? You know, I tell you what, stop watching my podcast and go watch, he's got one, go watch Jesse Ventura's podcast instead, okay? Go hang out there for a week, and once you've had enough of his bullshit, you come back here on your hands and he's crying to me about it.
83.
All right?
It's the line he says in Predator when he's bleeding on his arm, so I got time to bleed.
Oh, okay, I missed the reference. Okay, right on.
Leviathan.
Levi's like, fuck that shit. I ain't gonna go listen to that motherfucker for a fucking week. Gotcha. Go watch Jesse Ventura for a week. When you're sick of him, you come back over. You won't even last a day. That guy is such an idiot. Oh my God. You know, you want the truth? Come here. You know, you want someone blowing smoke up your asses? Go see Jesse Ventura. You know?
Okay, and that case has been going since 2018.
He's a fucking pro wrestler, for God's sake.
In 2019,
what do you think you're going to get from him, you know?
About now. Here's the statement.
Talk about a show. Talk about a fucking performance, bro. Come
on. We had this little election back in 2018.
No law regarding cannabis,
and
everybody.
Despite
it's 420 in Newfoundland. Cheers.
Final tally and the inauguration and the situation we find ourselves in, I do have one very affirmative statement to make. We won.
Big Mac 83.
So that was then. This is now. Will you characterize
Don't he live in
win
Mexico?
By the governor if he's reelected with more votes in his column as legitimate this time around?
In 2018, I acknowledged that he was the leader of the vote. And if you listen to the next 18 minutes of that speech, and I did this morning actually, I spend a great deal of time explaining that when I say we won, I'm speaking to the National Action Network, which works with marginalized and disadvantaged groups. And my express purpose was saying to them that by having candidates actually pay attention to our needs, the way I'm going to the AAPI community.
Now, she's fucking lying now. She's just straight lying now. And this is a cunt. Okay, this is a fucking cunt. Now she's a fucking liar. And I got to tell you, I'm really glad whoever decided to take this Fox News clip that they put it on the internet so we can all see Stacey Abrams for the lying fucking cunt that she is. Okay? She literally stood up on that podium. She was talking about her candidacy, her election. She said, I just want to make one definitive statement. We won. You know, now she's going to add all of this other shit and say, oh, I was referring to all the people that were fighting alongside me and bullshit. Bullshit. You're a fucking liar. All right, get your teeth fixed and stop fucking lying. All right, let's go back. Because I think it's important that you hear, oh, once again, I can't. Okay, there we go. That you hear the setup for this fucking bullshit.
In 2018, I thousand, but the two was a thousand.
God damn it. Dude, I swear to fuck, these videos suck my dick. Trying to get them to fucking play and I gotta refresh the goddamn page. Fucking piece of shit. Now we gotta watch another advertisement. Fucking unreal, dude. Unreal. I'm getting a little aggravated. I'm getting a little hot. I gotta cool down.
The new absentee ballot requirements. Senior citizens who for 15 years received their absentee ballots automatically but are no longer able to receive them. We know that these are barriers to voting, and in the United States of America, in the state of Georgia, barriers to voting should never be considered a native good. We should always be trying to expand access.
You know, she makes a great point that I agree with. As disgusting as I find her to be sometimes, I agree with her on this. Voting should be accessible to all, and she's right. But for her to say that because voting wasn't accessible to all, that that's the reason she lost is bullshit, because it was elderly people. So there are going to be elderly people that voted for her and elderly people that voted against her. And maybe it would have been more against her. She doesn't know that. My whole philosophy is you're going to get more of the same across the population. If you're doing 40%, if you're doing, let's say you're doing 30% in a group, it's a large group of the state. And then you're able to let in a couple more groups. You think all of a sudden those marginalized groups are going to vote much differently than the other groups that weren't being heard from, especially if it's not even a group that's that's got an actual point to voting for you, specifically the color of your skin or the things that you're promising them. So for you to claim that just because you include more people in the vote that you would have won, it's a non-starter. You would have to be an idiot to abide by that kind of fucking logic. Oh, if more people have voted, I would have fucking won. Bullshit. We already got a good sampling of the state. It was most of the voting state. You lost. You know, you let in more of the voting state, you probably would have lost even harder, just like Donald Trump found out in those other states where they're like, oh, Arizona, yeah, we got to go recount. What happened to Trump? Oh, there were more people you found out that voted against you than you thought. Maybe the exact same thing, and I wouldn't be surprised, happened to Stacey Abrams. She's got no platform to stand on as far as I'm concerned when it comes to her claiming that this was not a legitimate vote. But listen to her say it.
Eligible citizens, and that's the fight that I will continue to fight.
Okay, and that case has been going since 2018. So let's talk about what you had to say in 2019 about that race, and then we'll talk about now. Here's the statement.
Here it is.
We had this little election back in 2018, and despite the final tally and the inauguration and the situation we find ourselves in, I do have one very affirmative statement to make. We won.
So that was then. This is now. Will you characterize a win by the governor, if he's reelected with more votes in his column, as legitimate this time around?
In 2018, I acknowledged that he was the victor of the vote. And if you listen to the next 18 minutes of that speech, and I did this morning, actually, I spend a great deal of time explaining that when I say we won, I'm speaking to the National Action Network, which works with marginalized and disadvantaged groups. And my express purpose was saying to them that by having candidates actually pay attention to our needs, the way I'm going to the AAPI community and talking about access issues because of language barriers, the way I'm talking to Black and brown voters, talking about access to capital, the way I'm going to Latino voters, talking about the fact that they're most likely to not have access to healthcare, that the responsibility of any candidate and more importantly, any governor is to serve their needs. And that our campaign proved that we won by getting more people involved in the process. Repeatedly in that very same speech, if you fast forward any amount of time, I am clearly laying out the challenges that our voters face and the challenges our citizens face when we do not have government that sees them.
Here's the problem with this statement. So I know a little something about this you guys might not know, but I saw a highlight reel of Stacey Abrams claiming that she won that election, and she claimed it everywhere. You guys want to see it? I might be able to find it for you. You know, this will take all of the air out of her tires. Okay, if I find this video, I may have seen this video on Twitter the other day. I think it was. It might not have been on YouTube.
Crazy Stacey Abrams is now claiming that she won her election despite the fact that she lost by over 50,000 votes. Colin Rugg for I Love My Freedom reports the Democrat delusion continues. Stacey Abrams, she claimed that she won the governor race for Georgia last fall against Republican Brian Kemp. There's one major problem. Abrams lost by over 50,000 votes, and Kemp is currently the governor of Georgia. Take a look.
Let's see the video, please.
Only some people are paying attention. Okay. Well, first of all, Reverend Sharpton, thank you so much for this invitation. Mayor Morial, I'm from Gulfport originally, so you're always Mayor Morial.
Ooh, Gulfport. I've been there.
But to the National Action Network, thank you so much for having me here this afternoon. I know you've heard from a lot of folks.
Look, if any of you guys could find that highlight reel on Twitter of Stacey Abrams claiming she won the election over and over again, multiple times, all over the place, in all these different speeches and all these different events, man, all these different interviews, her saying it over and over and over again, I will be highly indebted to you. If you guys could, one of you could please find that video for me right now, I would really appreciate it. Please, there is a highlight. I may have even retweeted it. I probably did, but I don't know.
I think some of you know what I'm going to say. We had this little election back in 2018.
This is what we just heard.
And despite the final tally and the inauguration and the situation we find ourselves in, I do have one very...
She said despite the inauguration, despite the fucking final tally, despite the inauguration. It's an interesting choice of words, man. You know, she's denying the election, bro.
Affirmative statement to make. We won.
Okay, now, of course, this right-wing cock, he's gonna stop it right there, and he's not gonna let us hear the next 18 minutes. But I guess she said she spoke for another 18 minutes. So let's see if he brings her back on, which I think he does. He speaks and speaks and speaks. You know what? He never does. So this is just a right-winger. But I've literally got I've got the goddamn receipts, and I will find them. Stacey Abrams speaks.
Like 83. I sent you some silly clips for later.
Okay. I really just want to find the Stacey Abrams video. It's her repeatedly saying over and over again that she won that race. And she's saying it everywhere. And she's filed a lawsuit against it. So if she feels like he won, why did she file a fucking lawsuit? You know? She filed a lawsuit. Why didn't Shannon bring that up? Maybe she did and I missed it. Abrams won't accept Kemp victory claim. So it took her a while to concede the election, I guess. We should probably look at that, right? It was not a free and fair election, she said on MSNBC 3 years ago. This is so interesting, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Republican Brian Kemp has declared victory in Georgia's election for governor, but his opponent, Democrat Stacey Abrams, isn't going down without a fight. The Abrams campaign told reporters Wednesday Abrams won't concede, and she's considering legal action to make sure all votes are counted in the heated race. Kemp had a narrow lead over Abrams, with all precincts reporting Thursday. The Kemp campaign's press secretary said in a statement earlier Wednesday, Kemp's margin of victory is so large that the number of provisional ballots and overseas ballots will not change his Election Day victory. The press secretary also said Kemp will start his transition with Governor Nathan Deal Thursday.
So she contested it, man. She contested it. I mean, it made the news. She filed a suit. She claims it was not a free and fair election on MSNBC. Let's see this one.
Let's be clear. This is not a speech of concession. Because concession means to acknowledge an action is right, true, or proper. As a woman of conscience and faith, I cannot concede that.
There you go, man. There she is, denying the election results. After the election. This was supposed to be her concession speech.
But my assessment is the law currently allows no further viable remedy.
Stacey Abrams became a star for the Democratic Party amid her historic run to become governor of Georgia. She ended her campaign on Friday on a pointed note, and is now pledging to continue litigation to reform the state's voting procedures. Joining me now is Stacey Abrams, 2018 Democratic gubernatorial candidate from Georgia. Tell me a little bit about how you came to the conclusion to make that speech with that language and not concede.
So we spent a great deal of time thinking through what the legal remedies could be, in part because we'd already filed 4 successful lawsuits in the 10-day period between Election Day and that Friday. 4 successful opportunities to prove that the elections had been mismanaged. And as I thought through what would be next, we were considering a contest, essentially saying that once the election was certified, we would challenge the veracity of that decision. But looking at the law, looking at our claim, I realized that it wouldn't be appropriate to fight in that way, because then it becomes about me. And there was a larger conversation to be had, which was about the erosion of democracy in Georgia. The machinery had broken. People were being denied access to the right to the vote across
across the state and across both sides. It affected everybody equally, Stacey. You know, if voter machines are breaking down, that affects someone voting for you, and it affects someone voting against you. You're an idiot. God, I can't handle this anymore, man. Let's just get high. I can't handle this stupid bitch anymore. God, I hope I proved my fucking point. I'm smarter than Stacey fucking Abrams is. That's all I want to do. I just want to show you guys that you're watching some guy on the internet, and you should be proud because I'm smarter than that dumb bitch. Does that make you happy? I hope it does. I'm going to smoke to that. I'm going to call it top of the hour. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. You guys got anything to say in the chat at all? Let me know, man. It's been, more than 5 minutes since you guys have said anything. I found this riveting. I found everything that I just watched. I couldn't look away. I'm sorry that you guys don't feel the same way, but I'm just sick of fucking politicians lying to me. I'm sick of it, and I'll expose it, and I'll talk about it, and I'll show you their fucking fat fucking faces every time they fucking do it. Can we smoke? Are we still live? Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there at all?
In here.
Thank you, Phil. Jesus fuck Christ, man. Is anybody else here? Phil, thank you. Anybody else? You guys want to smoke? This was not boring.
Tracy Sanders.
Hey, Tracy.
Yes.
This was not boring. And if you found this boring, it's because you're lowbrow. That means you're dumb. Quit being dumb. I'm showing you a video of a politician fucking lying to you.
Phil.
Go like,
in listening and doing dishes.
Thanks for exposing the hypocrisy behind politics yet again, man. We really appreciate that.
Lo 313 setzt fin. Tough cheers.
Top of the hour. Cheers. No law regarding cannabis. Bye-bye, Blue Jaws. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Fix those teeth, Stacy. You would look so much prettier if you did that. Oprah lied to you. You guys probably listen to some of the things I say and you think I'm fucking crazy because it just sounds like shit just comes out of left field, I'm sure. I say a lot of things out of context, I guess. You guys don't mind though, do you? You don't mind my out of context blabbings? Sabby Sabs. Corey Bush pushes book in Rovember clip. Yeah, I already covered that on Twitter. You guys that follow Truth Theory, you guys would be all over that shit. What else?
Blow 313 setst fin. Blab on, bro.
Blab on. Blabby Blabbertons. Man, a really good John Oliver last week tonight that you guys should watch is the one about museums. I can give you a link to it. Here's a direct link, you guys that are watching from YouTube. You'll get the link. Okay, there it is. There's a direct link to the John Oliver Museums episode. It's 34 minutes long, and it is a riveting eye-opener. If you want to learn about white people oppressing black people, if you want to see how it's been done through museums, watch that. And your minds will be blown. And I'll just explain it to you right now. So what museums have done over years, they've sent people like Indiana Jones out there, to go out there and raid tombs, man, and steal shit and bring it back to the museums. And then they pay them a lot of money for stolen shit. And then they take that shit and they don't even put a lot of it on display.
Big Mac83 Jesse only moves to Mexico
and they store it
in the winter. He hates the cold. I smoke every day and I smoke a lot. I got some killer BD. Fuzzy logic. But Josh G. I'm sad. Working remote today in this woody area with no one around. Brought my cannabis but forgot a device to inhale it. That's what I get. No fun on the job.
Hey, do you have a lighter, Josh G? Do you have a lighter?
Mr. Blow 313 setst fin. I'll watch it after the live, even though I've seen it here.
Josh G, do you have a lighter? Even though I've seen it here?
Gee. I do have one of those. Should I try and rig something up?
Bro, do you have any tools with you? You can use a freaking socket. Just put it in a socket and smoke it right through the socket. We do it all the time, dude. I was looking for a socket to show you how easy it is. They're a perfect bowl. You got a socket from a socket set? Socket wrench? I got a million things we could smoke out of, bro. Dude, worst comes to worst, if it's in a bud, you can just smoke the bud through the bud.
G. Oh, maybe, bro. I might have one. Fuzzy logic. I have a torch lighter. Josh G. Great idea.
Now, Big Merc, will you bat for me, please? And put that on the Twitter sphere, so to speak. Why isn't the chat coming up? I'll tell you why the chat's not coming up. Because if I close the chat window,
Coke can, tin foil, apple, potato. I can go on.
I can go on too. Look at Billy's got a list of objects.
I have done that with a socket with needle nose pliers as a handle.
Dude, you don't need to use needle nose pliers as a handle. The socket doesn't get hot. You just fucking tap the lighter to the bud. You don't get the socket hot. Dude, I smoke in a circle of 4 or 5 guys down at the Springs with a socket. We've done that so many times. It never gets too hot to handle. They disperse heat rather quickly. It's a tool, bro. It's designed to disperse heat. By its very design, it disperses heat. It's got a big hole in the middle of it to let all the heat out. Anyways, I was talking about smoking. It's 1:15. No law regarding cannabis. Everybody cheers. Anyway, these tomb raiders, they go around and they steal things that are religious items that are important. History. Historic documents from countries, man, from like African countries and stuff. And those people that live in those countries, they never get to see those items because they're stored in museums overseas and they don't have money to travel. Shit, they don't even have money for a fucking roof over their head. But this is what people like the Queen have represented for years. You know? So you have to watch. What it says is John Oliver discusses some of the world's most prestigious museums, why they contain so many stolen goods, the market that continues to illegally trade antiquities, and a pretty solid blueprint for revenge. Rogan went out and did his thing that he had to do. Yeah, because he's a good doggy. Oh yeah, he did that yesterday too. So you guys saw the video of the bear playing on the tree and hanging on it and biting on it like a pit bull and hanging
Valentine
by his head and swinging. It was
gun
awesome.
Barrel, metal straw, 2-liter bottle gravity bong. Ricky from Trailer Park Boys has a whole show on how to make a bong out of anything.
Hell yeah. Dude, Ricky walked through a fucking field of cannabis and he just grabs one of the plant tops and he takes his lighter and he just fucking goes and he just starts smoking the bud right through his hand. And I was like, I think that was the coolest thing I've ever seen anybody ever do with cannabis in my entire life. I've seen so many cool things. I've done so many.
Clip.
All right. You rock. Let me check it. Okay. I got to check out this clip. Why you clipping? Predator 4, I ain't got time to bleed. I got you, buddy. Why are you clipping?
I do have one of those. Should I try and rig something up?
Bro, do you have any tools with you? You can use a freaking socket. Just put it in a socket and smoke it right through the socket. We do it all the time, dude. I was looking for a socket to show you how easy it is. They're a perfect bowl. You got a socket from a socket set? Socket wrench? Hot. I got a million things we could smoke out of, bro. Dude, worst comes to worst, if it's in a bud, you can just smoke the bud through the bud.
Gee. Oh, maybe, bro. I do have one of those. Should I? Billy Valentine.
Excellently edited clip.
There's a show idea. You give a contestant 5 items, and they have a limited time to make a pipe.
Dude, you'd win every time, bro. You watch
all day
from your freaking bat cave.
Best homemade bong was 55-gallon cooler filled with water and a 5-gall water drum cut off the bottom. Use the bottom of a popcorn as the bowl.
You know me, I'd just be grabbing bongs, bro. I'm like, well, we could smoke out of this one. We could smoke out of
all day.
this. We could smoke out
Sorry,
of
in behind.
This.
Working.
We got plenty of things to smoke out of right here. Sorry, I'm behind. Brap, that's okay. That was a great clip, Merc. I gotta like and retweet that. Nobody sees your tweets, bro. Why is
My buddy
that,
almost
man?
passed out, LOL.
Nobody sees our tweets at all, bro. I love the way the algorithms hide us.
Big Mac 83.
You know?
I'm working, my guy, but that doesn't stop me from being trendy.
Talk about being discriminated against, bro. I feel like we all get discriminated against on fucking just because you're affiliated with me. You know, your affiliation with my channel makes you algorithmed out to oblivion. I guess, because I see y'all's tweets, you know. They come up on my feed.
Valentine. Make a water bong out of a live camel. Accepted.
Who benefits from wars? Someone wants to know.
$83. I am 54% bot last time I checked.
I can't even imagine. See, Russell Brand gets on my nerves a little bit, the way he talks, a little bit. But I can tolerate it. You know, it's not like that. But if I had to make a video of him and I had to go through a few hours of footage looking for things, I don't know if I could handle that. That's what Shut the Fuck Up Shitlib did a super cut of Russell Brand. And I'm like, God, I wonder how much time that took, man. Wading through all of that. Oh, you bloody bloke. Oh, Jesus. I can't watch him. I watched him for a while, and my buddy Billy Valentine opened up my eyes to the silliness, yeah, and just the hypocrisy. He's a different person now since he had children. He has truly become a different person. I didn't pay him any mind then either. But he had kids and he changed. He's got everything fucking given to him on a silver podcasting platter. You know, as a podcaster who has right now, I have 14 viewers. And for this guy who gets fucking, oh my God, You know, I don't even know how many people watch him when he goes live, but I've seen he's got what 5 million. He's probably up to 6 million subscribers on YouTube. It's insane. No one has fucking 6 million viewers on YouTube. You know, it's fucking crazy. I mean, in the podcasting community, at least that I follow, that's an insane amount. I mean, Jimmy Dore's got 1 point whatever the fuck. But his just grows so fast. I was watching him when he was saying, you know, we've almost got 1 million viewers, almost 1 million of you beautiful people. And when we reach 1 million, we're going to be so strong. I don't talk like him. He talks more like this. He's got more like a crazy flappy voice. I don't know that one. I don't know that one yet. I haven't learned it. I bet you my dude reads it back better. I don't know why we're not hearing the dude reading back the chat. What's up with that? I don't know why the chat's not being read back. Whatever. I think the chat got shut off. I guess I should listen to him and try to imitate him, huh?
Oh, Russ, me, the person who I live inside of, whose voice I use when I talk, Russell Brand, that's who I am. Whatever the hell it is you've done, you lunatics, you beautiful, beautiful awakening lunatics, you're welcome here. You lunatics, you know you, don't you? You know you're an idiot.
You
right,
know
no,
you.
Not a technological great, but
he talks with his teeth
Putin,
closed.
if you got press rumble, like,
that's
you know,
what he's
like
doing.
Rumble, press it. It's good for us.
He keeps his teeth closed when he talks.
Algorithm. So,
that is the trick. He keeps his teeth closed when he talks. This is what he does. Oh, okay, I'm learning. You must keep the teeth gritted. I'm gritting while I speak to you. That is very hard to do. I don't know how he fucking does that shit. I thought he was flappy. Shit, he's not flappy. He's opposite of flappy.
So what happens if you challenge...
Or you know what? Maybe he's conscious of his flappiness, so he's like trying to stop himself from doing it.
Power. Believe me, power is real.
Power is real.
Well done, Pound. If you do something that genuinely disrupts the interests of the powerful, the response will be terrifying.
Well, you got to stop there. That's quite a statement as well.
Like, you know, Julian Assange was a hero initially with WikiLeaks. Well done, Pound. Then
I'm sorry, I don't understand the context of this video. I don't know why he did this, but it doesn't seem like it has much of a point to it. It says challenging power at Rusty Rockets, which is Russell Brand's at Rusty Rockets. Yeah. He's got 11.1 million followers on Twitter. God damn. I've got 11.1 million followers. Oh my God. No, I can never go back to that again. It's so bad. Can't do Russell Brand, I guess. ND liked my reply. There was no debate, just you taking all the airtime. I'd like to time how much time Nick spent on the Hill and left that guy, I think his name's Rob, like very little time to speak, and just show him, you know, you spoke for this many minutes and you let him speak for this many seconds, bro. I mean, you just talked the whole time. You filibustered. Mm-hmm. You just filibustered.
Hard to hit. It's pretty packed.
Uh-huh. Bottom of the hour, no law regarding cannabis. Everybody cheers. Cheers.
much, baby. I'm gonna go finish my
Fucking A.
313 Sextfin. Cheers.
There was so much more to talk about this morning. I gotta say, that was funny. That was a funny fucking... It was a funny back and forth. So, Rome posted some rap lyrics. It's about, like some cop killer shit or whatever. And this guy responded. He's like, dude, he didn't realize they were rap lyrics. He's like, dude, find out who that motherfucker is. And Rome's like, dude, they're just song lyrics. And the guy's like, oh, my bad. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers. That was great. Dude, we've been using the delivery service for food. Loving that shit. Just different restaurants and...
.3 COVID injections. That's 5.3 COVID injection. COVID injection.
Dude, that's crazy. This video that they're showing is crazy, man. Oh my God. I can't show it on here. It's an OAN report. And, they're like a far right-wing conspiracy nut job agency, right? News agency. You guys are all familiar with OAN, right? You guys have heard of them. They're like One America News Network. They're super like Donald Trump. They're like up in Donald Trump's brain. It's like if Donald Trump could just spew his filth all day, it's OAN, right? 100% undying support for that man. And they showed some of the most craziest footage, dude. From OAN, I don't know if you could find that on the internet because this came from an account that I don't follow. But at first, what you're looking at, you don't think you're seeing something that's real. But I can tell you what I'm seeing. It's unbelievable. It's a report about people supposedly in other places. It's, you can't believe anything these people are telling you, but the video that they're showing is of a man that getting killed by a train. And when you see it, you're like,
is that about clots?
No. When you see it, you're like, what did I just see, dude? And then you can watch it a few times, and then you're like, wow. And then by about the 10th time you watch it, you're like, oh. I don't know about that. I don't know about any of that shit. All I'm saying is, this dude was hallucinating or something, and usually that's like someone like that. With what just happened to that guy, it looks like he may have been on, like what you see people on K2 Spice do, crazy shit, like jump out the window kind of crazy shit. Yeah.
Man, I saw that he fell off the platform.
Yes, you saw it. Yes, I've got it right here, but I could tell you the if you want to go see it right now on Twitter. Okay, it's @SwissTroll2, the number 2. @SwissTroll, TROLL, the number 2. That is the person that shared that video. And I can't show it to you, and I can't share
Gave me a sick feeling.
I probably can't.
Restream.io.
It gave you a sick feeling?
Congratulations.
It doesn't
You've
give me
received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
It doesn't give me a sick feeling at all. You know why? Because like I said, by about the 10th time I watched it, I realized he was instantly decapitated. It was like he didn't even know. The guy was never even aware. He didn't feel that guy felt no pain. I mean, what you see happen after the initial, after that's gone, is just, something, something getting, vaporized.
Ground up instantly.
Yeah, vaporized. Just vaporized. I've never understood that kind of power. I have a lot more respect for a train now after seeing that. That is you guys should all go watch that. It's unbelievably crazy. And listen, I'm easily disturbed by disturbing images. I didn't find this one disturbing because it's not. Is it graphic? It's very low resolution, if that helps. It's Subway, like a low light cam, It's not like high quality with a lot of light. It's just low resolution. I don't know about that stupid report that goes with it. I don't know if that video goes along with the reporting. It probably doesn't. They found something very shocking. And the fact that this is what they're showing OAN viewers should really alarm you guys. That's another reason you should go watch it. You'd be like, holy shit, there's a news thing on TV that's showing this shit. Like unnecessarily just putting in gratuitous violence into a news story to try to get shock value. And of course their shit isn't based by science. They're fucking, like I said, they're like the inside of Donald Trump's brain. OAN. So, once again, I'm going to give you that on Twitter. It's @SwissTroll2. It's Swiss, SWISS, capital TROLL, and the number 2. You can go watch that video right now.
AKA Trendyolka.
I highly.
Ukraine kind of poked the Russian bear, and the bear has had enough and said, hold my vodka.
Yeah, right, Sean? I highly recommend you go watch that video. Wow. I wish I could. Do I follow this person? Yeah, they follow me and I follow them. So we follow each other, but I can't, unfortunately, I can't, it's OAN is fucking crazy, dude. OAN will get your channel fucking banned on Twitter.
Valentine. Ever had borscht?
Borscht. You mean borscht? Dude, what is it? Is it got like a sweetness? Sweetness like a is there like, just imagine there's like beef stew with like some kind of nice sweet. I imagine it to be like Swedish meatball flavor type, sweet and sour or something. I don't know what
Valentine.
is
It's Russian beet soup.
Russian beet soup. So it's nothing like what I thought it was. Okay. No, I've never had it. It sounds good though. I have a feeling a lot of us are going to be having a lot more Russian food here real soon. Boom pow! Oh yes, he just went there. He did indeed. Boy, I've been. God, I should get on a scale, bro. I've been fattening up. Had a hamburger last night, man. Fries, cookies.
AKA
Cake.
Trendyolka.
Birthday cake.
The country of Ukraine has pissed off the bigger kid on the playground and now must take its medicine in the form of giant cruise missiles being shoved up their asses.
Well, and you know, the country of Ukraine was pushed into it by America, you know, who baited them into this war, helped them along, you know, led them down the primrose path. Now look at Ukraine. How's Ukraine looking these days? You know, they're talking about a bridge. They're striking Kyiv
Valentine.
right now, bro.
It's magically good,
I bet
but
there's
shouldn't
missiles
be.
going off there right now.
It's fucking beats. My mother-in-law is Russian. She tricked me. I thought it was gourmet tomato soup. Fuck beats.
She tricked you. I love that. These guys are all shaming me on Twitter, but I don't mind. I don't mind. There's quite a lot of it. Fucking rumble. Dude, the sun coming in is crazy. Probably telling the truth about something. Fucking shit.
AKA Trendy Orca. I like borscht personally.
Sean likes borscht. I like to say it. Fucking what Unholy Robe just said to me on Twitter. I don't know why you want us to play fair when he was obviously pushing imperialism. I think Nick should have steamrolled him, but it was still great. I think Nick should have steamrolled him. He did steamroll him, in my opinion, but maybe he means he should have steamrolled him more. But, you know, that Robbie guy, I call him Durs. Look, I got to make a meme. So I've got to go on the internet and I got to find Workaholics Durs. I got to find an image of Durs. Okay. I got a great image right here, dude. Wait, what happened? Where'd it go? Dude, disappeared on me, bruh. That was weird, bruh. Okay, save image as. Durs. Let's put this in the desktop. Is it gonna? Yeah, JPEG, right? I hope that works. Yeah, there it is. Great. Okay, so we got Durs. And now we're going to get a picture of Robbie. My mom's home. Now I'm going to get a picture of Robbie from the debate with Nick. Let's see, dude. How am I going to get a link to that really fast? Let's go to his channel. Go to his. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so their video's got to be on his.
I am only interested in.
I assume. What's that? Yeah, everything's great.
Where's Stella?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, you're doing your yoga? Okay. Excellent.
Durs. I could just go to the Hill Rising and find that Robbie guy right here. I just need a picture of him. Yeah, let me do that. YouTube. The Hill Rising Robbie. There he there he is. Durs. He's so Durs, bro. It's funny. Okay, so let me just get Durs. Boom. Boom. Okay, so let me just get him before he's smiling there. Perfect, right there. Print screen, dude. They even their eyebrow, both of them, their right eyebrows go up. It's so fucking funny. These guys look like brothers, almost like twins. All right. Print screen. Okay. I need that. Paste. Okay. We've got to cut. Here, let's just cut this first. Okay, great. And now let's cut out all of this. Can you cut that? Cut. Yes. Okay, that's great. This is fun. Okay, now, I just need both of these guys' pictures. Okay, so let me take let me save this as Robbie Durs. Right? Okay, now I just need Boflau. Okay, crop that. Save as Durs 2. Okay, great. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We just gotta open up Robbie Durs, which is, where is it? I don't know where it is. I saved it. I just need to find it. There's Durs 2. Where's the Robbie Durs, bruh? It's gotta be on here. Right? I'm losing my brain cells. I think I am, man. I think I just lost. Oh, there it is. I was just gonna say, I think I just lost my mind. Okay, and then Bofla up. Wait, oh, that's opening it up with the wrong software. Okay, hold on. Open with Irfan. Okay, there it is. Now go like this and like that. And go crop that. Great. Now we got this. Okay. Great. Now, all I gotta do is get these. Get this one. Open it up in the other one. It's so much better in Irfan view. Okay, great. They're perfect.
Diana 87. Hi, Nay. I had a blonde moment you were on Periscope. I kept clicking on my Patreon app. Oops.
That's funny. Okay. So, let me just close this. Move this right here. I mean, their hairstyle's even the same. It's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, let me just print that. I got them together. I know that's kind of rudimentary, but whatever. Okay. Paste. And now we're just going to grab this and this. And go like this. And now crop it. Perfect. Save as Rob Durs. There it is. Okay, there's my picture. I got it. Okay, and I've got that Workaholics one saved too, right? Because I just want to send that out just because I think it's funny. It's a little too much work to do all that, but it's still gonna be funny. I like doing little project stuff like that. Robbie reminds me of Durs from Workaholics. I'm going to make him laugh, dude. He's going to laugh when he sees that. This is what I put up. You guys like that? Anders. Dude, they got the same eye. Look, the left eye is closed on both of them. They both got that left eye. They both have that right eyebrow up. So funny. I mean, the nose is totally off, but the hairstyle is identical. It's the same fucking hairstyle, man. They got the same jaw, everything, man. It's fucking great. You guys see it? You see the resemblance? No. Okay, alrighty. Then you guys are great. I love y'all. Thanks for watching my show. I will talk to you later. I'll see you on the next one. Maybe later today. All right? Okay.